All right, we are rolling.
Sounds good.
My name is Ron Tietzort. I'm a state game warden here in Custer, South Dakota. My district is the Southern Black Hills, and I'm responsible mostly for Custer County and Custer State Park.
Chad Kramer, Bison Herd Manager, Custer State Park.
I've been stationed in this Custer area for 22 years.
I've been doing it almost 20 years, the end of the month here.
It'd be hard to get us out of here now. We just fell in love with the area, just the great place to raise a family. My kids grew up here in the park, had the 71,000 acres for their backyard, and just what a place to live.
Buffalo or bison, and I'm a buffalo guy. It's changed. I get asked that all the time over the years, buffalo, bison. For me, they became my passion over 30 years ago. Either 1988 or 89, I came to the Custer State Park auction, and just seeing the animals themselves up close, that's kind of what I'm like, cool, these are cool, I gotta have some.
We're along Grace Coolidge walking fishing area. Along the fishing area, there's 6 small ponds, and we stock fish in these ponds. The trail up here is 3 miles long. It follows the creek. You cross the creek many times. There are some little planks and bridges to get across so you don't have to get wet. So over the many years that these ponds have existed, we've had a couple of big, large forest fires, and it produced a lot of ash. And all that ash washes down into these ponds, so they got really shallow. One of the big projects recently was dredging these ponds. It was a big deal. It took a lot of time, cost a lot of money, but the results are awesome. We were able to dredge them out, removed like over 3,000 cubic yards of sediment. The kiosk just provides a whole bunch of great information for us with the Game and Fish for managing the area, the habitat, the trails, the fisheries. The questions they ask are how many fish you caught, how many you kept, how many people in your party. I think 30 plus states were represented for people signing in that hiked up this creek to fish or just to enjoy the nature. We've had record years of 2 million visitors, and I'm guessing we're gonna get closer to 3 million this year. Just people are wanting to get out of where they're at, come here. South Dakota's always been open. It's just a great place. We're still a wildlife park. We're actually one of the top 10 wildlife parks in the world. And that always gets me because you think of Africa and Alaska, and Custer State Park is one of the top 10 in the world.
So here in the park, I mean, it appears we're free ranging, most people see, because we have limited fences. Because we're a park, we have that visitor experience out there. You know, we don't want fences over every hill. Give them enough space and let them do their thing. They've been doing it for thousands of years. We are a closed herd. We don't bring in any outside animals. However, we do manage them, and management basically boils down to controlling numbers. So we're 960 head of animals with calves each year. It'll be 14 to 1,500, somewhere in that range. In our roundup, the way we control the numbers there, which is we have an annual auction each year. We have the longest running annual production sale of bison in the world from one source. The revenue is substantial. In my time here, we've been anywhere from around $300,000 up to almost $1 million in sales each season. It just depends where the market's at the time. Those funds will come back to the park, and it helps with our daily operations. So whether it's road maintenance, corral maintenance, trails, which we have had a few new trails put into the park in the last few years. So it's just usually coming back to enhance that visitor experience. So I think for the visitors that we have, one of the most important things, I guess, that I've tried to do personally over the years is educate them about the animals. The more you work with them, the more you're around them. They're individuals just like each of us. They each have personal spaces. So I can move one where, you know, I can walk up within maybe 20 feet of it before it actually moves. And then there's other ones that, you know, they'll start moving from 40 yards away. A lot of the population nowadays is so far removed from dealing with large animals, farm animals, wild animals and such. Managing that customer experience so that they can view them. They get an opportunity, you know, with the wildlife loop. They can literally sit in their vehicle, on the loop and be completely surrounded with bison.
Custer State Park is just a great place to be. People come here from all over the world just to get into nature here, to experience the wildlife, to see the elk, hear the elk bugle, to watch the bison stampede across the prairie. And it's just a great place to be. People are always happy to be here. Everybody's smiling.